Warning, the following video might contain some content that might not be suitable for younger viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. It was the day of July 1st, 1998. My friends and I were on a Boy Scouts' camping trip for the 4th of July. Go set off fireworks. It was your usual camping trip, except on the 4th of July. That's when I got the Aliso tape in my hands. We were looking for a location to set the fireworks off at. It actually took us about 3 hours to look for a spot, because there were a lot of trees at the campsite and not really any empty space for us to place all of our fireworks equipment. We couldn't set off the fireworks in the area we were sleeping at because of the tree line. It was probably the worst 3 hours of my life. I was tired and exhausted for walking for so long. This wasn't fun. This wasn't fun at all. Just imagine hiking for 3 hours nonstop and looking and passing by trees. But there was one thing that immediately made my friends and I jump in excitement. We saw that old abandoned house. We were around 12 to 14 at the time, so naturally we loved scary movies. We figured that the abandoned house would be haunted. We really wanted to go inside of it. We had the best camp shipper Oni, and he was very interested in going inside of it too. So we went in. The house had probably been abandoned 10 or 20 years ago and looked like a building after an earthquake. We walked inside the house, but it was not empty as expected. Not empty at all. It looked as if people had evacuated it and left all their old belongings behind. There were toys on the ground and food in the pantry and a no longer functional refrigerator. That sounds kind of disgusting, but as a 12-year-old boy, I thought it was awesome. But I too think this was pretty scary. In our group, I was always the last one to walk inside the rooms of the house, but I did not do that when we were entering the attic of the house. The attic was probably the scariest looking part too. Then it caught my attention by the holes and rips in the door leading to it. It was pretty obvious that termites had eaten up the place over the years. I entered the attic first, terrified. There were only holes in the walls. No disgusting features. The attic room was completely empty. There was absolutely nothing in it. Or at least I first thought. I got my flashlight from my backpack and turned it on. Dead in the center of the room, on the floor, there was a little videotape. I picked it up. It was a little dirty, but not damaged and will be easy to clean. It had a sticker on it that was written Aliso. I had no idea what that meant. I picked up the tape and placed it in my pocket. I showed my friends, but not the chaperone, because I fear he would tell me to place it back in. I wouldn't get to take it. After the camping trip, I took the tape and cleaned it with a can of compressed air. After I cleaned it, I grabbed my camera and took a picture of me holding it, just for the sake of it. Finding something in the middle of nowhere in an abandoned house would obviously entice you to take your camera out. I then placed the tape into my VCR. It looks as if it had been made in the 1990s. It took a minute to load, then it started. The footage began as what looked like a school play or assembly or something. The only thing unusual about it was the video and the audio quality was horrible. Even for VHS, the video quality looked like it had been tampered with, and the audio was visually inaudible. I couldn't understand a word anyone was saying. There was obviously something wrong with the camera. The clip would violently twitch to other scenes to play. That didn't really bother me, not until the footage turned to static. The footage next went to another clip with worse quality with the other clip, but this part wasn't related to the previous one. I couldn't really tell where it was. All I could hear was what sounded like laughing in the background of the video, an evil laughing. The clip again went to static for about 3 seconds and then moved to the next clip, which showed the camera alternating towards the music box with what looked like a dancing clown on it. This is when I knew things were getting creepy. During the clip, two sick and horrifying images interrupted the camera for a split second. It then showed a whole marathon of disturbing pictures that went on for about 2 seconds. It also showed a 1 second long video that still scares me until this day. Showed a video of a woman who looked like she had polio dancing with an umbrella. This went on and on and on throughout the video. I couldn't speak and got up to stop the video before I see anything else. As I was about to turn off the video, I dropped the player. Of course, I lost the remote. I was too scared to go up the TV and turn it because I feared that the woman would pop up on the camera again. And she did. It was wearing a clown hat like the one the clown was wearing on the music box. She started walking towards the camera, looking at me. That's when the video ended. Then I took the tape out as fast as I could and shoved it into a safe that I never used. I placed the safe in my garage, in the back with all my family's random junk. 9 years and several therapy sessions later, possibly unrelated, but who knows, I found my brother messing with the tape. I asked him how he found it, and how he got it in my safe. He told me that I left a sticker that had the password on my safe, so he managed to open it and get the tape. He was messing around with it and said he was making a video called Obey the Wars that he was going to upload to YouTube. My brother made really wacky videos then. He didn't place the tape back in my safe. 6 years later, my wife, my son, and myself went to my parents' house for Easter. My dad asked me to get his screwdriver in the back of the garage. Really, I saw it there, sitting right on top of my old safe. I said I'd take the safe home and take the tape out. And that's how I was reminded of this whole strange experience. What you see can't be unseen. So that was Aliso tape, somewhat a Independence Day creepypasta. So yeah, overall, this is actually a pretty good story. You know, almost like a homage to the classic The Ring tape from the, I think, the 2002 film The Ring, and it's a Japanese counterpart from, like, I think the 1980s or 1970s, I guess, or the 90s. So yeah, something, you know, this is like kind of like a classic story of the protagonist finding a tape type of approach for the story, and there's some like weird things going on, and also the last part with the polio girl is just, that's kind of a bit creepy, you know, since, you know, it's kind of a nice homage to the, you know, Sadako from The Ring, you know, trying to get like reached out of the TV and trying to kill the person that's watching the tape, and, you know, that, and anything else. I appreciate that it takes place like the camping site instead of like some kind of like a small town or somewhere in some foreign town. You know, this is like take place like somewhere in the camping sites, somewhat in the first half, and then it gets to the other half in the protagonist's house where he watches the tape. You know, pretty interesting, and yeah, pretty good creepypasta story. That's basically a homage to the Ring cursed tape from The Ring. So yeah, so happy Independence Day. Well, happy early Independence Day to be exact. While I was always recording this, so yeah. Hope you like this video, and also you can comment it and also subscribe for more content. So this is Mr. Freddy here, and I hope you have a very good day. So bye bye.